Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. In the last episode, boom! I still love those guys. They're so easy to hit, and it's just perfect everywhere, in every way, every time. But, anyways, in the last episode, we entered China. How exciting! And we basically just popped on up to the main area and decided to shoot some things to make Murray not get hit. It's pretty awesome description, really.
Facade, this place is really some sort of trading ground. Stay on your toes.
Well, it's exactly what you expect from there being enemies everywhere. So useless. That's not too bad a place, with the exception of some of the bottles here being a serious pain. I've never had as many trouble in any level of this game so far as I have in this one. Especially two balls in particular that I simply could not find forever. I spent like 40 minutes on this one level. Go away. It's kind of cruel right there too, but whatever. Remember, you can just kind of jump across here if you're impatient. But I personally get through here pretty quickly. I probably will. Nope. Double horseshoe! Just because I actually know I'm doing this time. But all by all, skipped it. This right here. These two clues took me forever to find. Really cruelly placed out of the way. Clues right there. Kind of one of those things that make you want to rip your hair out, but now that I have it done with, I just run through here. And complete this level. It'll probably be pretty quickly, actually. We'll have to see when what it'll be like in terms of just how long this episode will be, or how much stuff I do in this episode. 2 or 3 levels. Only 3 at the most, though. All those levels will be a mini game, so yeah. We'll see when we get to it. Anyways, that monkey you just saw, those monkeys just kind of drop down from wherever and then attack you. If you run away from them, they'll actually jump back up to where they originally came from. They just do a 2-hit combo and then don't attack for a little bit and then do it again, so it's not too bad at all. Like this one. Kick. Hit her. Don't worry about any of these guys, they won't hit you, they'll just cause tremendous amounts of lag. And keep in mind that there's a vault here. This one also took me a while to find. Wow. Now if you want to, for some reason or another, you can actually... It can be harder from certain places than others. But you can, in fact, kill these guys and get points from it. Oddly enough, despite being killed by enemies, these guys actually don't have names or descriptions. It's kind of weird because they serve as enemies in other places in the game. There's one level we haven't seen yet that they're enemies in, and we already saw them as enemies when we were defending Murray. So I think these enemies have something very odd about them, and then that they have complete anonymity unlike all the others. They're undocumented. I like to hit them because it's just kind of amusing to see all of it disappear up here. Because they just don't care. I don't know why they wouldn't. Especially when they're seeing you take out each other. And when they saw you break in by taking out one of their own, they just don't like me. Ah, come on. What makes this possible for the most part is the fact that... Come on. This thing rotates when you hit it. There we go. Just need a fight, really. But I won't do any more of that. Another thing annoying about this place, though, to be honest, is... Also, you can bug that thing I just climbed up on in some weird way that'll make you jump really high. Not once or twice. I don't know how, though. But something that annoys me about this place as well is as you'll see in just a moment. Plunk. Up on the right here. Gog! We have some bottles over here. Now for one, we have a thin wire right here. It would be kind of cool to be able to walk on. You can't walk on it, as much as you might think you could. And then there's the fact there's this bottle. But you can't actually get without jumping out to it. And you can't stand on where it is. You can't stand on the wire right next to it. Oh, come on. You can't stand on it, you can't stand on the... Whoops. Don't you dare. That was nice. You can't stand on it, you can't stand on the wire right next to it. You have to fall down here to pick it up, because it's not even close enough to anything for you to hit with your cane. And yes, this includes jump attacks. I don't know why it's like that. I spent so much time in this room just climbing around it, because for some reason I just have such a tendency to fall from the top level here. I don't know why. It's incredibly annoying though. Anyways. Now if you were particularly astute, you might have noticed from earlier. You might have noticed earlier when you were down there at the level below me, there are actually some clue bottles up here. You can only just now get to them though. For only having 25 clue bottles, this place is actually quite the pain for getting all the clue bottles in. You don't already know where they all are. Boom! Hi, monkey. Also, there's a weird tendency for that female monkey to try to attack you, but then just push you away instead. I don't know why it's like that. So if you want to, you can sneak around this whole thing. But if you're like me, and you can just walk around, you can also just do this. Which is pretty cool in speed. Maybe a bit slower. There we go. You need to get pretty close to him though to actually attack him, because otherwise he'll attack you as you're attacking him. And you might still hit him, but it might hit you at the same time. So it's an annoying thing to have happen when you end up dying killing an enemy. That just sounds to be something he's capable of. Now, you can get lots of coins by going up here. But if you really want to do the best possible thing, you just run up here instead. Onto another platform that somehow repels itself upwards. And pick up these clues here. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but you can also... I don't think it is intentional. But you can also... Get up. There we go. But from here you can also climb on up. Oh, come on! Of course, the first times and only times I've ever actually managed to fail doing that is on camera. But you can go up there. What? Cool. Just so I have a game over at a very inopportune time. Let's get a couple more coins to prevent that from happening, actually. There we go. Now, you can just jump across that mountain from where those clues were. Although, for now, I'm having difficulties with it for some reason. Anyways, we already have all our clues, so I don't have to worry much about anything else in the level, aside from just dying, which shouldn't be happening now. Since everything's pretty easygoing now. We're done with the main portion of the level. We just have one final quote-unquote challenge, which is this. Which I don't consider too bad. Jump on through. Boom! And if you really have to, you can go slow motion for that portion. If you really want to improve your timing, I guess, or whatever else. And you can, of course, become invisible as well. So, at this point in the game, we have plenty of things to exploit to get throughout the game. Especially if we've actually been using all of our clue finding abilities to get all the clue bottles. Bunk.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. Lucky for you, I versed in chaos theory. Otherwise, this code would have been unsolvable. Input 932.
Oh, what? I thought this was a different vault. Whoops. Fine. You can actually enter a code before Bentley tells you what it is. It'll just cut them off. It's kind of funny, but no need. And what's this?
Incredible! I never would have thought this was possible. Sir Augustine of Cooper's technique to briefly defy gravity. From now on, you should be able to pop right out of those bottomless pits you keep falling into. And you won't even lose a lucky charm.
Because we weren't impervious enough to everything by becoming invisible and by just not caring about water. Now, we don't even care about gaps. We just jump right back. So this is why I say I really wonder just how much harder this game will be if you don't have any of the upgrades, because I mean that's some serious stuff that we have going on with advantages from getting all these unlockable abilities. Bah, my mouth is getting dry. I cannot speak when my mouth is dry. Because we are getting some serious impact on our gameplay from doing that. It's making our lives a lot easier. Oh no, you don't need to be invisible to get through that guy. Alright. But we can wave goodbye to being able to exploit invisibility as much as we have up until now, because now the game actually acknowledges that we have it. Which is a little bit sad. But also, we can't use doors because thieves just don't use doors, I guess. But as Bentley will here explain for us,
this looks like a good place to try out your new invisibility move. Hold down the circle button to drop out of sight. While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
now since you normally can't move while invisible, we have lots of conveyor belts here too to move us through, rather conveniently. It's kind of awkward, but whatever works for gameplay purposes, I guess. Hi. I like just kind of imagining how that works from their perspective, with how I just appear right in front of them. Either that, or they look to their sides, and all of a sudden, there's a Cooper there. Where they just looked a moment ago. Something very entertaining about that to me. I don't know why it is. And now I have stuff like this that's just plain annoying to have to do, I think. There we go. Of course, it's a lot. Well, it's a little bit quicker if we can actually walk throughout the whole thing while we're invisible. But still. Oh, don't you push me like that. You don't have to worry as much about timing your quick movements. It's still annoying nonetheless. Let's get those coins. And just slow down as much as you do. And it's gotten to a point in this game where we don't need to be patient because we have the tools to fix mistakes we make, or to just not make mistakes in the first place. For example, if we fall into a pit, it doesn't matter to us anymore. Even if it means phasing through solid matter. Whoops. Not resistant to burning yet. I'm not sure if that's a thing that's ever going to happen or not. Something tells me that is ability you can get. I wouldn't be surprised at all at this point. Given that we've had two much larger forms of damage negated entirely already. I'd imagine that... No, 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 no! Ah! Playing this game without any kind of... Oh, there's my hat. Oh, come on! That's very convenient timing of the game over. Playing this game without any kind of upgrades to your abilities would be basically this game's hard mode. Sounds kind of cool. I want to get a horseshoe. Because I don't like not having anything to protect myself. So I'm gonna work on like some coins real quick. Hello, I'm not here. Nope, I'm not here. Bye. But I really can't help but wonder what the final ability we get is going to be too. I'm wondering if something tells me that the ability that you get for blocking every single clue is just like outright invincibility or something. Now I would be kind of disappointed if that actually was it, because I would expect it. But at the same time, outright invisibility, well, invincibility, or invisibility even, is pretty cool too. I am sure that whatever the final thing we unlock is, it'll be something nice, because whatever the final thing we unlock is, it'll be something we unlock for picking up literally every single... clue ball in the game, which is quite a lot of clue hunting to be doing. This game does apparently stress some fondness for people who like to be all completionists and whatnot and devote time to playing a game well. Given that it has the developer commentaries you can unlock from doing the Master Thief sprints, which I still want to do at some point, although I don't have any guarantee that I'll be doing it on camera. I just want to boom! Oh, thanks, life, I guess. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I just want to see what the developer commentaries are, because I'm actually really curious, because I'm guessing it actually involves them, like, discussing the various aspects of the level that you unlock the commentary on, or something like that. Or even other things. I really like hearing developers' thoughts on things. Just what they had in mind when they made things, and maybe even hearing about things that didn't actually end up making the cut. This part's a little bit easier if you're able to move while on the conveyor, because it means you're not being pushed back as quickly, or almost at all, rather. So many things to break. Man, Sly really isn't very subtle when he breaks into something, is he? You would think that Master Thief would be. He just kind of relies on being able to be flat out invisible to do it instead. Because I'm using friggin' rockets and explosives and brute force and violence. Lots of smashing of things to get through my thief life. Something needs to be about this right here. You can do this. Somehow I managed to once actually do what I'm doing right here and then like get shot out at a decent speed in the opposite direction, but I've never been able to replicate it. It makes it kind of sad, but just how it works out, I guess. Oh no, a person. Go away. Oh no, another person. Go away. I am very happy that this place has its clue bottles a little bit less painfully placed. I I'm mostly just kind of ticked off at that last level. I played this episode for wasting so much of my time with collecting clues. Oh no, whatever will I do? The music is so dramatic and everything. Also, example of having an innate advantage over not being able to move while sneaking, or move while invisible. We won't be able to use this approach to the situation that I did just now if I wasn't able to move while I was invisible. Otherwise, we'd have to... like, we'd basically just go right here and then jump onto him from the top instead. So basically the same thing. Same amount of time and whatnot, but it's still kind of fun to be able to do things differently because you have different options available. Options! I will say though, I like these big laser floors, they're kind of cool. Feels kind of vaguely challenging. Even though they're basically not, but it's fun. Feels like some kind of fancy Mission Impossible type thing where you're actually barely dodging lasers and avoiding detection. And being the dramatic, sneaky thief that Sly truly is. And has the potential to be. Whoa! Physics. And camera. That's why I'm happy to have the abilities I do. Because sometimes when you press circle, it just doesn't really work. You reach out for something, and then you... whoops. You reach out for something, and then you just fall. Hi. And one more. Go away, please. Reach out over here. What just happened? This is doing me so much good, having this ability. The vault, I think, is right over here. But, of course, we're still missing one. Because the devs in this game love tricking you into thinking you missed something. I don't know why. They also always put at least one after the vault. Just to mess with you.
It was a challenge, but this vault's combination has got to be 6.
Be quiet, Finley.
You found the blueprints for the Panda King's lair. I'll upload the data straight into your binocucom.
Not as exciting, but it will prevent a little bit of trouble in the future that I may happen to encounter from missing anything I run into. Since I can just use binocucom to find whatever I want to destroy or find. So it is very practical. I still think it's kind of a cop-out for there to be so many separate unlockable for binocucom, but whatever. I'd rather have that than no binocucom upgrades.
The Panda King must be making tons of explosives.
Well, you could have guessed that. Also, I'm pretty sure you can just kind of jump straight down here to where I am right now from the very top of this whole thing. That's not exactly lag-free, but oh well. Anyways, that'll have to be it for this episode of Let's Play Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Join us next time where we break on into the next portion of this good old... That's what this place is called, inside the Stronghold? Sure. Next portion of the Stronghold. We have keys, we have the golden horseshoe. We have rockets, and we shall use them. See you then, guys. Bye. With rockets!